पैसा चाहिए इसको बातें वाले तुम्हारे काफी जगह
ગાય શું છે ભાઈ
અરે ને ખાવાની ગાય છે
It's your birthday? Oh, okay. Then as a guest of honor.
गेस्ट ऑफ ऑनर है ना आपके साथ प्लीज इधर से निकलना उधर से
अरे before you cut it, let me look at the cake, na? सुन तो सकते
On the meeting to order. Hello. Hello. All of you all please rise for the national anthem. I'll call a few ladies too.
वापस रख दिया
पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तब शुभ नामे गावे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाता जय गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे Thank you. Good evening, friends. I welcome you all. Also welcome today's guest speaker, Dr. Vivek Alabadia, a well-known orthopedic surgeon who's going to talk to us on, oh my God, I got knee arthritis. Also request our Right President-elect Vijay Jawar to invite the speaker, Dr. Alabadia, on the dais. Please join us.
इसको नहीं ये तो ऐसे ही चढ़ा के रखनी
I give the mic to Joint Secretary Shritik Kota to speak the announcements.
We already announced the birthdays and anniversaries of the week. We next meet on 17th October, Thursday, same place, same time, wherein our ends shall have the pleasure of watching a demo and learning Rangoli at 5:15 p.m. and later at 6:15. We shall be having a regular fellowship, and from 6:40, Rotary and Devanshi Dave shall make us play housey title Lakshmi Ji Malamal. I want to win it, Devanshi.
I hand over the mic to Rotary President-elect Jawar for his announcements.
Friends, we have an invitation from Mrs. Nirupa Bhatt of the Gemological Institute of America to visit their work site and office in BKC on Wednesday, the 16th of October. All those who are interested, the timing are 3 to 5. And those who are interested can contact us. Thanks.
Thank you, Vijay. In continuation with a visit to the Gemological Institute of America, why don't all the ladies and all join along on this? It's going to be a fantastic visit to the BKC. And the timings have been kept specifically to keep the ladies in mind from 3 to 5 p.m. So why don't we all gather and take a whole troop over there, and it's going to be accompanied with high tea and snacks over there. And you will learn what the 4 carats or 4 C's of a diamond are. Thank you. Now let me go to the President's announcements. We had a resolution passed by a board on its meeting on 25th of September. I just going to pass it in the assembly today. It's resolved by the Rotary Club of Bombay Peninsula at its regular meetings held at Hindu Gymkhana on 25th September that the following Rotarians of the Rotary Club of Bombay Peninsula suggested for considering by RI District 3140 for DGN 2016-17 nominating committee. We propose Rotarian Manoj Pandya as the primary member and Rotarian Jai Toshniwal as an alternate member. It is also further resolved that the suggested Rotarians are as per the guidelines of DGN election pilot D5 of Jan 2013 as recommended by Rotary International and fulfill all the various criteria. I have sent a mail regarding that. Does anybody have objection, or should we pass this?
Pass.
Okay, thank you so much. Today our club has launched on the World Sight Day 100 cataract operations and 5,000 free eye checkups at the BMC Municipal Eye Hospital, Dotaki. So it's a great achievement to begin with this year. We hope that this target of 5,000 eye checkups and over 100 cataract operations are surpassed this year. I seek your help. I also thank the generosity of our Rotarian Kashi Babu, Kashi Devra, for his 45,000 rupees towards this cost. Thank you so much. We have got many other community programs lined up. Practically 2 to 3 programs will be every month on community service projects. I request all members to do participate in them and also be generous to all their and also be generous in their donations to us. I request Rotarian Chetna Gada to kindly introduce our speaker for today, Dr. Vivek Alabadia.
Thank you. Good evening, friends, and a warm welcome to Dr. Alabadia. Dr. Vivek Alabadia is a dedicated knee surgeon practicing at Hinduja Healthcare Surgery Club. He is trained at KEM Hospital, Mumbai, and has worked in UK for 5 years, specializing in knee replacement and revision knee replacement surgery. He is trained extensively in knee replacement surgery in UK, Australia and Singapore. He was the pioneering surgeon to start computer navigation surgery for knee replacement in Mumbai. Specializing in primary and revision knee replacement surgery, he is now working at launching robotic knee replacement in Mumbai early next year. Over to Vivek. Dr. Vivek.
Good evening, friends. I'll be giving a brief presentation on arthritis of the knee and the various treatment options available in the city of Mumbai today. I'm sure when you go for a knee pain to 1 or 2 surgeons, sometimes you get conflicting opinions, and there is a lot of confusion about how to treat the arthritis of the knee. And I will try and clarify as many doubts as possible. And we'll have a question answer session once I finish my talk, so I can elaborate on whatever points you all want me to talk about. I'd like to thank Arun and the club who have invited me here today. Thanks a lot, everybody. I'll try and do my best to clarify all your doubts. So what is arthritis? English is okay, or you want me to English? Joint damage and inflammation. Arth means joint and itis means inflammation. So what kind of arthritis do we see in our clinics on a regular basis? Most often we see the primary osteoarthritis, which is aging problem. Indians are genetically prone to arthritis of the knee. There is one point I would like to make here. Europeans or Caucasians, they also get arthritis of the hip, which we Indians do not get. This is again a genetic reason to it. We do not know the entire theory, but we are lucky we are just getting our knees looked into by surgeons. In Europe, there are patients whom we had to do both the hips and the knees when they reached end-stage arthritis. So genetically, though we are more prone to knee arthritis, we are protected against arthritis of the hip. Secondary arthritis. A person who's active in sports has got multiple injuries in his knee, neglected it or have treated it, but a repair is not always as good as an original knee, and eventually the knee deteriorates in terms of arthritis. The second worrying kind of arthritis that we see is the inflammatory arthritis called rheumatoid arthritis. Rheumatoid arthritis occurs even in children in their teens and can occur at a younger age usually, and it involves a lot of joints of the body like the neck, shoulder, back, hips, knees, wrist, elbow, fingers. The hands get deformed, knees get deformed very badly, and the drugs to treat this disease are very toxic. Once the patient is put on these medicines to control rheumatoid arthritis, they have to do their blood counts every 6 to 8 weeks because it also suppresses your bone marrow. Luckily, it's not as common as osteoarthritis, but it does exist, and the best treatment for this is early diagnosis and early disease-modifying drugs. Then we also see infective arthritis. When I was training in residency, we used to see a lot of tuberculosis of the knees as well, besides chest TB. Now, luckily, the incidence has come down, and but we do get some old cases who've had TB in the past and have now got secondary arthritis, and we do have to do a knee replacement for them. Then is metabolic. A lot of patients have high uric acid levels, and if ignored, the joint damages pretty fast, and we need to control uric acid levels if a patient has knee pain and early arthritis. It's very, very important. Uric acid doesn't go away with a week or 2 weeks of treatment. It is an enzyme deficiency, so the treatment has to be lifelong. Your body doesn't have an enzyme which metabolizes certain proteins. So the proteins accumulate in your joints and cause degeneration of the joints. Now what happens if you see here, you see the joint space is totally gone. It's bone on bone, big cyst. There is no gap left. There's no cartilage left. So when patients present to us at this stage, towards the end of the disease, then joint replacement is the only option. Now if you see the normal joint on the left side, you see the cartilage, the white color thing is so clean and pristine. But on the right, in an osteoarthritis knee, the cartilage is worn off, it's virtually disappeared. And there are cysts in the bone due to pressure changes. Even the menisci, the cushions look unhealthy because they've taken a lot of beating and wear and tear. So what are the risk factors? Primary osteoarthritis, age. Normally we used to see it after the age of 55, 60, but now you will be surprised that we are seeing it in younger age. We have seen patients at the age of 43, 44 coming with arthritis, and we have to treat them aggressively so that they don't land up with a joint replacement at an early age. Females are more prone to knee problems and knee arthritis. Obesity, if the patient has arthritis, then weight loss will definitely slow it down. Hereditary, most of us are genetically prone to knee arthritis, being Indians or Asians. Now, secondary osteoarthritis, that is after an injury. A sports person, multiple injuries in the knee, multiple surgeries. eventually the knee is going to get arthritis. Sometimes there could be birth defects with asymmetrical joints, like hip joint is deformed, or sometimes we get arthritis of the hips in Indians called avascular necrosis, where the blood supply to the head of the hip joint gets stopped. Sometimes we find reasons for it, sometimes we do not find reasons for it. When there is no reason found on investigation, we call it idiopathic osteoarthritis, AVN. But it occurs in people who drink a lot on a regular basis. It also occurs in patients who are on steroids for some sort of skin disease or other chest problems or respiratory illness. And of course, late sequelae of inflammatory arthritis, that is rheumatoid arthritis. So what are the symptoms of simple osteoarthritis or aging osteoarthritis or wear and tear osteoarthritis? Stiff and painful joints, restriction of movements. Crepitus means noise. When you're straightening the knee, you'll hear some kind of noises. Muscle weakness, instability. Sometimes the patient, once they have weak muscles, if they have not exercised their knee and they have arthritis, when they walk on uneven surfaces, they feel they may fall because their muscles cannot control their joint. Swelling of the joint and variation with climate. In humid climate and in winters, generally bone pains tend to get worse. I have patients who, when they go to Delhi or some interior place where the humidity is less, they say the joint pain is much less, and it's just a reality. Patients coming to Bombay feel more joint pains because of the humid climate. Progressive deformity. Sometimes the patient can get up to 20-degree knee deformity without significant pain if their muscles are strong enough. But the underlying process is ongoing and eventually they will get pain later on. And rest pains. This occurs even at night when your muscles tend to go to sleep with you. Then the bone rubs against the bone and the patients get up at night. This occurs when the cartilage is worn off and bone is exposed. Rheumatoid arthritis, I just highlighted it some time back. It's an inflammatory joint disease, younger patients, immune modulated. That means your own body produces cells which attack the lining of the joints. And then this lining of the joints forms an aggressive pannus or a synovitis, inflammation of the lining of the joint. And it releases enzymes which damage the cartilage and weaken the bone. This occurs symmetrically, multiple joints involved. You even get involvement of the small joints of the fingers, knee joints, hip joint, shoulder, elbow. This can be quite debilitating if not treated and diagnosed and treated aggressively. Familial tendency does occur to a small extent. And extra-articular symptoms, you can get skin nodules, heart problems, pericarditis in severe cases. So like I said, it's an autoimmune response, synovial inflammation, pannus, joint swelling, effusion, progressive destruction of cartilage. Even the tendons and ligaments get weakened. Nodules, lung problems, eye symptoms, pericarditis. Now this, you see, the joint is damaged much more than in wear and tear osteoarthritis because the lining of the joint is actually eating into the bone. So the X-ray pictures and the clinical picture is actually worse in rheumatoid arthritis than in the regular osteoarthritis. Sometimes you get deformities like this and we have to correct them using our expertise and our surgical skills, and we do get them back to normal. But in such severe deformities, sometimes there is a risk of nerve injury. We have to do the correction in stages. This is more classical of inflammatory arthritis. This doesn't happen in the regular osteoarthritis or wear and tear arthritis. This is just to show that it's a much more aggressive disease with worse presentations clinically as well as radiologically. So what is the general, just a minute, let me skip this one. Yeah, that's okay. So we ask the patients, we do a general examination, we ask the patient to lose weight if they are overweight, proper footwear if flat-footed, avoid sitting on the floor, squatting on the floor and sitting cross-legged. This is very important because a lot of cartilage gets worn off when you actually sit down and get up from the floor. In spite of telling my patients, 90% of them come back and tell me, नहीं हम पैर सीधा रख के नीचे बैठे थे. तो I mean I just tell them आप पैर सीधा रख के अगर आप उठ सकते हो तो आप बैठिए. But nobody can do that. You got to bend your knee 130 degrees, the knee twists, then you get up. 4 times your body weight goes through your knee, and it will deteriorate your joint much faster. Avoid using Indian style toilet for the same reasons. A lot of patellofemoral or kneecap forces go through the joint. Exercise joint regularly under supervision. Initially the physiotherapist has to be with you. They have to teach you proper exercises. Make sure that you're doing these exercises properly, and then you can continue to do these exercises at home. Basically, any arthritis in the joint, the natural treatment which orthopedic surgeons insist upon besides medication is to strengthen the muscles around the joint. If you have a knee problem, we tell you to do knee exercises regularly. Neck arthritis, cervical spondylosis, initially heat therapy is given, traction is given, medication is given to control the inflammation. But later on you are taught neck exercises and you have to do them for the rest of your life. If you keep your muscles healthy, the arthritis naturally slows down. So this is very important. And please do not self-medicate. A lot of patients come and say, my neighbor took this, so I took this. And अभी आराम है, लेकिन वो किडनी को क्या हो रहा है वो पता नहीं किसी को. Because a lot of these anti-inflammatory medication have a limited time span that you can take it for. Sometimes patients come at the age of 70, 80 with bad kidney damage. And they say कि अभी क्या करने का, अभी नी तो replace कर सकते, kidney वो age में replace भी नहीं होगा. So, I mean, self-medication is a strict no. You can always go to the doctor and ask him to give you medication for 3 months or 6 months. And some of we give it because we know patients can't come so often. But don't self-medicate, don't take your neighbor's medication. His arthritis may be different from yours. So the first question we are asked after we tell the patient, अरे आपको arthritis हो गया है knee का and you need treatment for it. ठीक हो जाएगा ना? So this is a misnomer. Arthritis कभी ठीक नहीं होता. Whatever treatment we give you, whatever medication, exercise or general advice we are giving you is to slow down the disease. We cannot stop it. We can just slow it down. And if you listen to the doctor, you can slow it down tremendously. Suppose you come to us with a grade 2 arthritis. We could pull on your knees without a surgery for 10 to 12 years more. But if you're not taking treatment, not listening, sitting on the floor, not taking proper medication, not doing your knee exercises, you may need a surgery in 5 to 6 years. It's that kind of difference you can make if you are strict with your regime of knee exercises, medication, regular doctor visits. Eventually, as age progresses, arthritis progresses. Even rheumatoid arthritis, in spite of such strong medication that even depresses your bone marrow, the disease still progresses. But what we say is that out of 10 joints, if we can save even 6 or 7 of them, it's worth it. We can't have a bionic man or a woman having all joints replaced. In England, unfortunately, we had such patients because they were very aggressive with joint replacement. So we had patients with 6 joints in the hands replaced, wrist joint, ankle joint replaced. But our Indian patients are better. I'm very happy I'm practicing in India. They have a higher pain tolerance and they don't insist on surgery unless absolutely necessary. All arthritic joints do not require surgery, but surgery in well-selected cases makes your life as normal as anybody else, if done properly through the right channels. So what are the non-operative treatments? Anti-inflammatory medication for very, very limited time. We cannot give painkillers for a long time. It can cause acidity, it can cause ulcer. Some painkillers cause cardiac illness if taken for long. Kidney damage is what we are worried about. Sometimes patients come and say, हम 6 हफ्ते से Bovaran खा रहे हैं. We do their renal profile and the creatinine is already elevated, and they're damaging their bodies, not realizing that non-prescribed medication or self-medication is very, very harmful. Lifestyle modification, like you will be asked to stop impact exercises. You can walk, you can swim, do cycling. A little bit of lifestyle modification. No doctor will tell you to stop exercising, but they will tell you what to do and what not to do. Lifestyle modification, like don't sit on the floor. For puja, get a stool made or a chair. Small things. Don't use an Indian toilet. Convert it to a Western, or you get folding attachments nowadays which plumbers come and fit. So these small things go a long way in prolonging the life of your knees. Use of braces. Sometimes patients don't get relief with whatever we do. Then we give them braces for a short time, just to take the weight off the damaged joint. And knee strengthening exercises are the most important. If you exercise your knees regularly, keep your muscles healthy, then the need to take painkillers goes down. Your arthritis naturally slows down tremendously. Sometimes we have to resort to injections in the knee. A patient who's got very bad knee pain and cannot get operated for social reasons or medical reasons for 6 months or 2 months or 3 months, but they can't walk, they're too painful, then maybe one cortisone injection is justified. Younger patients now, we have something called hyaluronic acid. It's like a jelly, which some patients who are not responding to physiotherapy or medication, we just leave it in the knee. It lubricates the knee, quietens the knee down, and even slows down the disease. And it can be repeated once a year or once in 6-8 months till the patient strengthens the knee and naturally controls the disease. Limited use. Before we give injections in the knee, if we usually do an MRI of the knee to make sure that there is no torn cartilage inside, which needs an arthroscopic surgery, or some mechanical block which will not go even with injections. So it has to be on a case-to-case basis. Everybody cannot take the injections. And cost factor, injections to the knee, the cortisone is cheap, it costs about 200 rupees, but the hyaluronic acid, various companies start from 9,000, goes up to 16,500, 17,000. So the treatment of rheumatoid arthritis is essentially a medical management done by a rheumatologist. Medical synovectomy, sometimes there is a lot of swelling in the knee, and mechanical removal of the synovium also quietens down the knee. If the patient is not responding to toxic drug therapy and the blood counts are going down, then you can resort to a surgical synovectomy also. Splintage, and finally in rheumatoid arthritis, usually in the knee and hips, patients require a replacement. So now we've spoken about conservative or non-operative treatment of knee arthritis. But in certain selected patients, we need to do surgery. So what are the kind of surgeries offered to a patient in Mumbai or anywhere else in the world with knee pain? One is arthroscopy. Arth is joint, scopy means to look into. So we take small half centimeter incisions, put in a telescope, visualize the joint. If there is any damaged surface, we smoothen it out. If there are loose bodies, we can remove it. We can shave the edges of the joint, smoothen out the contours, and this will again prolong the life of the knee. Second is high tibial osteotomy. You must have noticed a lot of patients with osteoarthritis have bow legs. So in a younger patient, if only the inner part of the joint is involved, then what we do is we cut the bone and straighten the leg and transfer the weight to the other half of the knee which is still intact. So we actually create an artificial fracture and straighten the leg so that your weight bearing is changed to the non-inflamed or non-involved side of the knee. So that part of the knee will take weight for another 10 to 12 years, then even that will give way. But a patient at the age of 42 or 45, if we can buy them 12 years before a knee replacement, I think it is worth it. So patient realistically will need a surgery if a high tibial osteotomy is done on him or her, then maybe they'll need a surgery or a knee replacement surgery after 12 to 14 years. Unicompartmental knee replacement, where only half the knee is changed. This is still unpredictable surgery. Sometimes it lasts 12 years, sometimes in 5-6 years it loosens out. I am not a good advocate. I'm not an advocate of a half knee replacement, because the results of a full knee replacement are much better. They last much longer and is more predictable. We know now with our surgical technique and with the newer implants that your joint can last you 25 plus years. So this I've already explained. So these are the kind of incisions taken, just 2.5 centimeter incisions. Through one you visualize, through one you can put saline, and through one you can actually put small scissors and trim, or shavers, electric shavers, and finish the entire surgery. Patient goes home the next morning, requires physiotherapy for 7 to 10 days, and then is back to work. This is high tibial osteotomy. As the cartilage in one compartment wears out, the legs get a bow shape. Realignment procedure, transfer load to the intact compartment, good years, the results up to 7 to 10 years. But realistically, patients pull on 12 to 14 years if they are mentally strong. Postpones knee replacement in a younger patient.
Osteoarthritis or degenerative arthritis experiences successive wearing on the menisci and articular cartilage, which may abrade or develop tears. These degenerative processes limit the ability of the knee to glide smoothly and can result in popping, catching, locking, clicking, and pain. In a condition called malalignment, unbalanced forces cause excessive pressure on either the inner or outer portion of the knee. Degenerative arthritis and malalignment can cause the knee's protective tissues to wear on one side more than the other in a repetitive cycle of damage. A partial or total knee replacement can correct this condition when joint damage is beyond repair. In certain cases, however, a technique known as an osteotomy can realign the knee, taking pressure off the damaged side. A procedure known as a high tibial osteotomy wedges open the upper shin bone to reconfigure the knee joint. The weight-bearing part of the knee is shifted from degenerative or worn tissue onto healthier tissue. A high tibial osteotomy is generally considered a method of prolonging the time before a knee replacement is necessary, because the benefits typically fade after 8 to 10 years. This procedure is typically reserved for younger patients with pain resulting from instability and malalignment. An osteotomy may also be performed in conjunction with other joint preservation procedures in order to allow for cartilage repair tissue to grow without being subjected to excessive pressure. Osteotomy procedures can be done to correct either a bow-legged or knock-knee malalignment. There are a variety of procedures to correct these conditions, which...
That explains everything, and it's a long video, I don't want to waste time. So this is one of my patients where we have put a plate, we've opened the wedge, corrected the deformity. She's now 8 years up, no pain, hoping we can get 4 more years out of her. Half knee replacement, only the affected compartment is replaced, better range of movement done in younger patients, no plaster required, patient walks on 3rd day after surgery and can resume work within 2 weeks of surgery. But in a younger patient, suppose we do this at the age of 45 and it fails in 5 years, then you are doomed, then you are forced to do a knee replacement at the age of 50. Whereas with the high tibial osteotomy, the patient even with a little bit of pain manages for 10 to 12 years. See, artificial knee will last you about 25 years. So the later you do the surgery, it is better. Otherwise you have to go for a revision knee replacement later on. So this is a half knee replacement. You can see it's a smaller prosthesis. Only half the knee is replaced. So what are the indications for a total knee replacement? Severe knee pain that limits everyday activities including walking, going up and down stairs, getting in and out of chairs, hard to walk more than a few blocks without significant pain, and may need to use a cane or walker. Moderate or severe knee pain while resting either day or night, failure to obtain pain relief from painkillers. They may become less effective for patients with severe arthritis. chronic knee inflammation and swelling that doesn't improve with rest, medication, injections or other conservative methods of treatment, inability to tolerate or complications from pain medication like early kidney disease. We'd rather these patients undergo knee replacement so that they don't have to take painkillers anymore. Most patients who undergo knee replacement are age 60 to 80, but orthopedic surgeons evaluate patients individually, and younger patients are also sometimes offered joint replacement surgery. So what is a knee replacement? We are asked all sort of questions by patients. Are you going to throw away the knee? Are you going to put in a very big metal piece? It's basically a resurfacing procedure. Only the damaged surface, about 9 to 10 millimeters, is cut or shaved off, and artificial metal and plastic surfaces are implanted using bone cement.
To remove the degenerated and worn portions of the knee and reposition it into normal alignment. New components will be implanted into the knee to replace the worn-out bone and cartilage. Implant components can be made of metal, polyethylene plastic, or ceramic material. In cases requiring total knee replacement, the cartilage covering the femur, tibia, and patella becomes worn, and the underlying bone develops spurs and various irregularities, which produce pain and loss of knee motion. An incision is made in the front of the knee to allow access to the joint. A deeper incision is made through the middle of the quadriceps muscle and tendon. It is then extended along the inside border of the patella, and the patella, including the tendon, is moved toward the outside of the knee to expose the femur and tibia. A series of alignment and cutting guides may be used to accurately remove the damaged bone surfaces and precisely fit the new components of the knee, just as are prepared for the replacement components. Components are fitted to the tibia. Surgical cement is used in this example. However, in some situations, cement is not necessary. The femur is securely fitted with the implant. Finally, the patella is fitted and the implant is secured. Of the knee is tested prior to repairing the quadriceps muscles, tendons, and skin. Following adequate healing and rehabilitation exercises, knee motion and strength generally return to near normal.
So that's the femoral or the thigh implant, the tibial implant, which consists of a metal tray and plastic. And the kneecap is replaced by a plastic insert or high density polyethylene. That's the X-ray and a bone model picture of a full knee replacement. That's an X-ray before surgery and after surgery. Now, what is the anesthesia given? We generally prefer regional block or epidural anesthesia. Epidural is anesthesia given to ladies when they are delivering babies. So we leave the catheter in the back and give painkillers through a pump for 48 hours so that patients in the first 48 hours do not get any pain. And generally, if you control pain very well in the first 2 days, then the pain is manageable third day onwards. So we need a good theatre setup because we are putting a very big foreign body into the knee joint. So we need very good laminar airflow theatres. Filtered air is released into the operation theatre. The surgical staff use spacesuits so that even their breath is not going on the knee. We need a surgical intensive care unit because most patients are 60 plus with some or the other medical problem. So just in case something goes wrong post-operatively, patient has shock or chest pain, then we need an ICU backup. We can't rush such patients from a nursing home to a hospital. Physiotherapy department should be in-house. We start physiotherapy within 6 to 8 hours of surgery. Basic breathing exercises, certain knee exercises. Every day the exercise increase. And by the 4th or 5th day when the patient goes home, the patient is walking on his own with a walker or a stick. and is not dependent on anybody at home to take them to the toilet or move around to the dining table. And you need good staff to look after these patients post-operatively. So these are the kind of theatres. There is a filtered air canopy on top on the ceiling, where there are HEPA filters and the air is coming down onto the surgical field. There are no shelves, so no dust collects. Even the flooring, if you see, has no joints. This all eliminates collection of dirt and detritus and reduces the bacterial count in the operation theatre. So what do patients expect after surgery? Relief of pain, able to bend knee comfortably. Knee deformities are totally corrected now with computerized surgery. Improved quality of life, can walk comfortably 45 minutes or more, helps control weight and is good medically, especially for diabetic patients or heart patients. The best recommended activity is level walking, but our patients are cycling, swimming, they even play golf. Any impact exercise like tennis is to be avoided, but I see a lot of my patients playing it in spite of telling them not to. I hope they don't come back for a revision. So, with normal use and activity, just like your normal joint degenerates, even the plastic in an artificial knee is bound to wear with age. It is important that you do not become overweight, keep your knee muscles strong, and like I said, selected sports, selected activities are good. Knee replacements will last you 25-30 years if you listen to the surgeon, keep your weight in control, exercise regularly. Things have advanced, the joints have got better, the surgical techniques have got better. So these joints are now lasting easily 25-30 years. So these are typical, like you see the leg is deformed. You see a lot of patients with leg bowing of the legs and advanced arthritis. This is the X-ray picture where on the inner side of the knee there's hardly any cartilage left. Bone is touching bone. This is a knee replacement. This is 2 weeks after a knee replacement. 5 weeks after a knee, nearly 130-degree flexion, which is good. Some patients can sit cross-legged, but we don't encourage. For the same reason, just like your normal knee wears off by sitting excessively down once you have knee pain, then we don't advocate it. Even after a knee replacement, when the patient gets up from the floor, 4 to 5 times the body weight goes through an artificial knee. It is bound to cause some sort of strain at the cement bone interface and the implant cement interface. Also, the plastic tends to wear off more quickly. So we don't advocate it. Maybe once in a while there is a function or puja, then the patients can sit, but not on a regular basis. We don't advise it. This is my oldest patient, 90 years old. Both knees done. This is a high flexion knee, nearly 145-degree knee flexion, 5 weeks post-op. Now you can see on this gentleman on the right hand side, the right knee looks deformed. And after surgery, we've used computer navigation and you can see absolutely symmetrical legs now. We've corrected it during the knee replacement. So what are the newer horizons in knee replacement? Now high flexion knees are quite popular. Some patients insist on high flexion knee in spite of telling them that sitting on the floor is not a good thing to do. And you find them sitting on the floor, sitting cross-legged. The relatives come and tell us, nahi sunte. But if a patient demands it and we feel it will suit her knee joint, then we put in high flexion knees. And computer-assisted knee replacement is very, very accurate. Just like a deformed knee, we actually cut the bone to straighten the knee, to put correct pressure on the knee. If you are using computers to place your implant in an optimum position so that your knees don't get deformed, then your knees will last you very long. Because just like your normal knee wears off, even the artificial knee tends with unequal pressure on both halves of the knee, even the plastic will wear off at an earlier rate than what we desire. So this is high flexion knees that we are using. You can get up to 150, 155 degree movements. This is problem with Windows. I've never had this problem with a Mac. Now this is computer aided surgery. This is the theatre setup. The left side there is a touch assisted computer monitor which we use during surgery, and we have a camera, a set of 2 cameras which read the pins inserted into the bone to give us the actual alignment of the leg during surgery. So we use this entire equipment while we are doing the surgery. It takes about 15 minutes more than conventional surgery, but the accuracy is very high and the joints will last you a longer time. This is a case where you can see the knee is very badly deformed. Totally bow legs, 15 years arthritis. This is for 6 to 8 weeks after surgery, I think. Basically, I'm prolonging this video because he was insisting on showing me that now he's sitting cross-legged every day in spite of telling him not to do it. He had not done it for 15 years, so he was so overjoyed that now he sits. But they don't listen, some patients don't listen. So I'll just show you that he insisted on showing me that he can sit cross-legged. Anyway, that's what patient. This is the opposite deformity. The knee is deformed in the opposite direction.
करने को नहीं होता है और चलने को नहीं होता, चलने के टाइम पे जाए तो पेन होता
This is the power of computer-assisted surgery. We realign the legs back to 0 degrees. Yeah, हो गया. It's all done now. I can take your question. No, yeah, just basically a patient is lying down in bed. So we just ask the patient to move the ankles so that the blood circulates in the legs and breathing exercises.
But I don't agree with Andy. When the doctor is advised in most physiotherapy, all after the operation, now the operation is and not physiotherapy at all.
Yeah. There is a lot of marketing going on by surgeons. I don't blame the patients or the common man. But there is a new trend where they don't cut the muscle. They cut the periphery of the muscle and pull the muscle on the side, and with a lot of retraction somehow manage to get the joint in. अगर आपके पास फिएट गाड़ी है, आपको पीछे की सीट बदली करनी है, आप खिड़की खोल के भी धक्का धक्का देके कर सकते हैं, लेकिन दरवाजा खोल के करेंगे तो job is better done. So what happens is when you don't cut the muscles, see, I'll tell you why I took 10 minutes talking about computer assisted surgery your alignment should be good. The problem is the visualization of the surgical field without cutting the muscle is only 70%. तो धक्का धुक्का देके जॉइंट अंदर बैठता है, लेकिन वो 20 साल नहीं चलेगा, बिकॉज इफ यू केयरफुली स्टडी द एक्सरेज ऑफ दीज पेशेंट्स इन द पोस्ट ऑपरेटिव पीरियड, you will see that all the joints are put at an angle because you cannot visualize the joint properly. Early result is fantastic. Patient सोचता है मेरा 15,000 बच गया फिजियोथेरेपी का, लेकिन 10 साल के बाद जब भी रिवीजन करना पड़ेगा तब 7 लाख खर्चा होगा. So these are gimmicks, these are things all over the world. Anywhere, आप बॉम्बे में ये चल रहा है, गुजरात में ये चल रहा है, अहमदाबाद में चल रहा है, लेकिन आप कहीं भी और जाके आप ओपिनियन लीजिए. आप ऑस्ट्रेलिया चले जाइए, आप इंग्लैंड चले जाइए, आप अमेरिका चले जाइए और बोलो हमको नी रिप्लेसमेंट चाहिए और फिजियोथेरेपी नहीं चाहिए, तो आपको 2 मिनट में भगा देंगे वहाँ से.
नी रिप्लेसमेंट नहीं करना हो, अपने को अवॉइड करना हो तो क्या करना चाहिए, क्या एक्सरसाइज करनी चाहिए?
नी रिप्लेसमेंट जब तक आप पेन टॉलरेट कर सकते हैं.
नॉर्मल हो अभी मेरा लाइफ टाइम का नहीं हो रही का प्रॉब्लम, इसलिए क्या करना चाहिए? व्हाट प्रिकॉशन वी शुड टेक?
Keep your knee muscles strong. Don't do very strenuous exercise. Exercise according to your age. Even though you feel 16 years old, you should not exercise like a.
He's specifically asking what
walking, cycling, swimming.
Walking for how much time? How many?
As much as you want.
9, 10, 15 kilometers.
Yes, if you have no knee pain, no knee problem, walk.
If it starts, then you should stop.
Then you have to take X-rays, see कितना damage है, see a surgeon, then he will guide you. We can give you a prognostic value कितना साल चलेगा नहीं.
अगर 60 years में 65 years में नहीं हुआ, आगे होने का चांस कितना है?
Of course, this is the aging process.
तो वॉक करते हैं क्यों तुमने?
अभी 65 पे आपका इंश्योरेंस क्यों नहीं करती कंपनी? 65 पे इंश्योरेंस क्यों नहीं होता?
नहीं लेता है, दाम ज़्यादा लेता है.
नहीं लेते हैं. वो भी स्क्रीनिंग. इफ यू आर हेल्दी दे टेक इट.
हाँ, एक्चुअली
डिफेक्टिव है तो नहीं लेते.
एक सेकंड क्वेश्चन, ये जो लोग रेट लेते हैं, सब डॉक्टर अलग अलग रेट लेते हैं, 11 लाख होगा, 12 लाख होगा, उसका फर्क क्या रहता है?
पेशेंट भरने को तैयार है तो डॉक्टर महंगा अच्छा, सस्ता रो पूरा, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. बेसिकली द सर्जन हु इज डूइंग अ नी रिप्लेसमेंट ऑन अ रेगुलर बेसिस, दे ऑल डूइंग गुड वर्क. Cost is not a factor. Some people have that in mind कि मैं, if you want me to operate, I charge so much. ठीक है. If you have the money, you want to pay. Material sometimes is inferior because these surgeons are using inferior joints, but you will never come to know. There are hospitals in Bombay where they buy implants in bulk. In Ahmedabad they buy in bulk. 60,000 के बजाय 50,000 का इम्प्लांट लेते हैं, वो लोग 35 में खरीदते हैं, आपको बिल में 80 लगाते हैं. बहुत झोल होता है. बट व्हाट आई फील इज दैट स्टैंडर्ड जॉइंट पोलो सर्जन को डाले, जिमर, जॉनसन, राइट मेडिकल, एंड यू आर ओके.
क्या बता जी? जो चार्ज.
What's the basic cost for a knee replacement according to you? What's the minimum and maximum, as you said, how much ever you can afford to pay?
See, a knee replacement today in the city of Mumbai we are doing for as little as 1,20,000, where we are using an implant worth 86,000.
देखो फर्स्ट क्लास पेशेंट.
फर्स्ट क्लास पेशेंट, अभी एक और स्टोरी आपको बताता हूँ. पेशेंट आते हैं, बोलते हैं हमको 1.5 लाख में नी रिप्लेसमेंट करना है, तो भी आज और क्या चाहिए? एक मिनट मेरे को बोलते हैं हमको सिंगल रूम चाहिए, और कौन सा? अपने को 1 लाख वाला इम्प्लांट चाहिए. सर्जन सर आप तो कम कर सकते हो, हॉस्पिटल एक दमड़ी कम नहीं करती. वॉट एवर कंसेशन इज गिवन बाय द सर्जन्स, एंड आई हैव वेव्ड ऑफ माय फीस टोटली इन केसेस हु आर पुअर. अभी फिश मार्केट में जो भाजी बेचती है, मच्छी बेचती है, वो आएगी. समटाइम्स दे कांट इवन अफोर्ड द इम्प्लांट. वी डू फ्री ऑल्सो. But generally, in 1,50,000 in a good hospital with good knee implant, you can get away with the surgery. Everything.
एक
Mahavir Hospital, which where I work, 1,50,000 all inclusive. You know, surgery का 20,000 extra होता है because the doctor we don't charge 20,000 extra. pain, stiffness, discomfort, walking up and down stairs. Yes, 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 yes. It usually starts in one. You must see an orthopedic surgeon. See, if they are thin, they are healthy, they are exercising regularly. I've got a personal friend who, I mean, we meet each other virtually every. He's got 20 degrees deformity both knees. He's 52 years old. He's absolutely pain free. No, but because he's very, very athletic, he cycles 6 kilometers every day. He walks 4 kilometers every day. He's thin. He's managing. But eventually, yes, because your normal biomechanics are altered. Your excess weight is going through the inner part of the knee once your knee gets deformed.
Doctor, with people with knee problem, they are told that swimming is best.
Walking and swimming, yes.
But swimming helps you in...
You don't weigh much in water. Your water actually acts as resistance. जैसा weight training करते हैं. So it acts as resistance for your muscles. So your muscles strengthen quickly. Even if a person doesn't know swimming, we tell them to walk in water, do cycling in water. This is very individual. Some patients say मैंने लस्सी पिया मेरा दर्द बढ़ गया, कोई बोलता है नींबू का दर्द. ऐसा कुछ जनरल नहीं है. But if a patient को मालूम है कि बढ़ता है तो फिर मत खाओ. कुछ नहीं होता है. कुछ नहीं. Yeah.
You mentioned all these exercises, but nobody you mentioned yoga.
Yeah.
As one of us.
Yoga is a two-edged weapon.
It is because
It can damage also.
180 degrees. Exactly.
In certain patients, it doesn't affect the knee, but in majority of the patients, the knee deteriorates.
But does it deteriorate if you don't have arthritis, like you're a healthy person?
No, then we don't restrict.
Yoga,
No.
would that help you to avoid arthritis?
No.
No. It's independent of.
Only Baba Ramdev says it prevents, but it doesn't. In women now, there is early studies that showing that knee arthritis increases at a faster rate in women with D3 and calcium deficiency. Because your knees are soft, the bone is soft, it tends to get deformed easily.
Last question.
Second last.
Everything.
Besides swimming and walking, is there any other special knee exercise to avoid this problem?
You cannot avoid this problem. Delay. Yeah.
Is there some exercise which strengthens the knee so it doesn't happen in the future?
Cycling is good, swimming is good. The recumbent cycle, where you sit on a chair with your legs in front, that doesn't strain your knee too much and it strengthens it very fast. Walking. Not the sitting one, the recumbent one, where you sit on a chair, your legs are in front. That is better for the knee than the sitting one.
And how is that treadmill?
Very bad. All treadmills give a back thrust to the knee and cause increased compression.
common question sir.
Many patients with
ड्रिंक वाला आपने बोला सब लोग यही सरवर है.
क्या drink वाला?
आपने बोला ड्रिंक करने वाले थोड़ा प्रॉब्लम ज्यादा होता है.
नहीं होता नहीं. अगर if your uric acid is on the higher side, then increasing alcohol intake will increase it further.
Absolutely.
So it will damage your knee if you have a uric acid problem.
If there is no problem,
Then drink.
Alcohol causes an acidic medium in the body and it will cause bone problems one way or the other.
Alkaline बढ़ा.
यूरिक एसिड वालों को डाइट रिस्ट्रिक्शंस आते हैं. पल्सेस कम करना पड़ता है, ब्रोकोली, पालक, ये सब कम, एंड नो अल्कोहल, डिक्रीज नॉन वेज ट्रेमेंडसली, स्पेशली रेड मीट, फिश, ऑयली फिश, प्रॉन, सी फूड. Yes, it is advisable.
All supplements.
No, I'm not saying to stop it, decrease the quantity. And you can take medication to decrease uric acid. So you can have normal dal chawal. But don't have 3 vatis of dal, half a vati or 4 vati of dal.
सप्लीमेंट हो गया
I mean to say calcium tablets people take the advice after 45-50, especially if you are vegetarian people. Is that advisable for longer period of time?
Especially in vegetarians it is advisable, and in women it is advisable.
But can we take for longer period?
Yes, you can take lifelong. The modern calciums don't cause stones and other things.
Any change in food habits or food inputs which will help to absorb the calcium?
Soya nuggets, tofu, these are healthy things. Fruits, salads. But have a healthy diet. It's an antioxidant to the entire body.
Can we take walk on hard surface? Normally people say normally those who walk on hard surface.
If you have no knee problems, you can probably do it. But once you have knee pain, then we don't advise it.
Doctor also gives free advice. This time we need to do, there's a party on at so there on
We can join that.
but we need to finish this to join them. Okay. Thank you so much, Dr. Vivek. It was an amazing information. We never knew this. Let me call Rotarian Arun Gada for the vote of thanks.
Good evening. I would just like to tell you that Vivek is a very close friend of mine. We studied together till the 10th, and we met after 28 years, and now we meet every week. Thank you, Vivek, for giving us such an information. Thank you very much.